All right, let's talk about one of the toughest things in the markets. How do you actually build a strategy that doesn't fall apart when things get chaotic? How do you survive pure, unfiltered randomness?
Come on, you know the feeling. You've hit a hot streak, every single trade is going your way, and you start thinking, this is it. I've finally figured it out. I'm a genius. You feel like you just can't lose, right?
Well, here's a little secret from the mind of Nassim Nicholas Taleb. That exact moment, when you feel like you're on top of the world, that's actually when you are in the most danger. It's when you're at your weakest.
So in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into why that is. And more importantly, we're going to give you a system, a real playbook on how to survive it.
It really all starts with what our source calls the #1 disease that affects traders, being fooled by randomness. It's that classic, critical mistake of thinking your good luck is actually a sign of your incredible skill.
And this quote, this is everything. Taleb is basically telling us that randomness is this huge, powerful force, way bigger than our brains want to believe. So your goal isn't to try and outsmart it, no way. Your goal is to build a fortress, a strategy so solid that it can just withstand the storm.
But to build that fortress, you first have to know what you're fighting. We have to diagnose the sickness. We need to really understand the sneaky rules of fake confidence that randomness plants in our heads.
And this just flips the script on what success and failure even mean. You see, a winning streak, that could just be the market randomly rewarding some bad habits for a while. And a losing streak, it doesn't mean your whole strategy is garbage. Even the best systems have downswings. The key, the absolutely crucial thing, is to judge your decisions by your process, not by whether you made or lost money this week.
Now this leads us right into this massive mental trap called survivorship bias. It's human nature, really. We are totally wired to focus on the winners, the people posting their huge gains online, the success stories.
But think about it. For every trader who went all in on some crazy bet and won big, how many thousands of others did the exact same thing and completely blew up their accounts? You never hear about them. They don't get articles written about their failures. We only see the survivors, and that gives us this totally warped and frankly dangerous view of reality.
So let's just put it out there crystal clear. Your biggest enemy in the market isn't a bad call. It's not a lagging indicator. It's the overconfidence that a lucky streak pumps directly into your brain. That is the real threat.
And to really make this threat feel real, let's look at this incredible metaphor our source uses. He calls it the steamroller warning.
This phrase just nails it. Imagine a strategy where you're constantly making small, steady profits. It feels amazing. You're just picking up pennies off the street day after day. It feels safe, it feels smart. But what you don't realize is that you're doing it in front of a giant, silent steamroller that's getting closer and closer.
This trap almost always unfolds in 3 perfect steps. First, you get all these small, satisfying wins. They add up. Second, those wins give you this false sense of mastery. You start thinking, I've got this market figured out. And then, step 3, the steamroller hits. One single catastrophic loss that completely wipes out all those pennies you so carefully picked up. All of it, gone in an instant.
Okay, that's the scary part. We've diagnosed the sickness, we've seen the steamroller, now what's the antidote? How do we fix this? Well, we need a system, a set of hard, non-negotiable rules designed to protect us from ourselves.
And it all starts with one simple number that you have to treat as sacred, 1%. This is all about brutally simple position sizing. The rule is this: you are never, ever allowed to lose more than 1% of your entire account on a single trade. That way, no single event, no matter how bad, can ever take you out of the game.
But the full system goes deeper. So you've got your max loss per trade, let's say it's 1%. Then you have a daily max loss. That's double your trade loss. So if you lose 2% in a day, you're done. You walk away, no revenge trading. Then there's the weekly max loss, maybe 3 to 5%. Hit that and you're done for the week. This isn't just about protecting your money, it's about protecting your mind.
And finally, here is the ultimate safety net, the never risk ruin checklist. Before you even think about hitting that buy or sell button, you have to ask yourself, in the absolute worst case scenario, could this trade cause a margin call? Could it force me to sell my other positions? Could it send me down an emotional rabbit hole where I just start breaking all my other rules? If the answer is yes to any of those, the trade is off. No debate, period.
Okay, so you have the rules, but how do you go from just having rules to actually living them? This is about turning these ideas into a filter, something you actively use every single day.
So here it is.
It's a simple 3-question filter you run every decision through. Number 1, is this trade hiding that steamroller risk? You know, that tiny chance of a massive loss? Number 2, if the market suddenly goes nuts and volatility spikes, am I the person who gets crushed, or am I the one sitting on cash ready to pounce on an opportunity? And number 3, the big one, is this decision making me more fragile or more resilient? And the answer here is simple. It's black and white. If any decision, any trade, makes you more fragile, you have only 2 options. You either kill the idea completely, or you shrink it down until it's no longer a threat. You always choose resilience.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. Volatility isn't a maybe, it's a win. It is coming. So when it shows up at your door, is your system going to be the kind that shatters under the pressure? Or have you done the work to build something that's anti-fragile, something that doesn't just survive the chaos, but is actually ready to find incredible opportunity inside of it?